status as an Intel semi-finalist confirms that fact. But lest you think that underneath that wavy head of dark hair lay only a science geek, let me assure you that is not the case. Andrew Cohen is a young man of many talents, and his accomplishments are as varied as his interests. He has ruggedly wowed us on the basketball court. He and Max together have been the most successful student government co-presidents in recent memory. And he has outcalculated our rivals in an inter-school math competition. Did I mention we came in first? And he has frequently dazzled us with his clarinet solos. All this while taking the heaviest and most demanding course load possible. Those of us who are a little older and a little slower, okay, a lot slower, and particularly those of us who know the workload which accompanies each course, would hardly think there was enough time in each day. But his ranking says otherwise. His teachers describe him as tireless, brilliant, well-rounded, and humble. He is our valedictorian, the winner of the James W. Stern Award for Highest Scholarship, and it comes as no surprise that he will enter Harvard in September.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, teachers and administrators, grandparents, nannies. We stand here today as the greatest graduating class in the 245-year history of Columbia Prep. Well, as a student of math and science, I do not actually believe that assertion. I feel like that statement is necessary for a sense of team building, collaboration, and unity. When I learned that I had to write a speech, I had no idea what to write. So I took the same course of action any high schooler would take when tackling a difficult assignment. I procrastinated. Then I went online. But the best advice I found online was, don't feel guilty if you don't know what you want to do with your life. Remember compliments you receive, forget the insults, and wear sunscreen. Then I made a list of my overarching Great United High School memories. But it turns out I don't have any. So I did what any other self-respecting intellectual would do in my situation. Steal someone else's ideas. You may have seen me over the past few weeks eavesdropping on many of your conversations. Spying on you while you danced at prom. Lurking in the shadows of Central Park while you had fun on the Great Lawn. That was me. Observing you in your natural habitat, like Darwin observed his finches. In the spirit of collaboration, I figured this would allow me to talk about your memories. Like our final moment as a grade that we would take with us as we leave for college. The picnic on our last day of school in Central Park. I didn't go. But I heard it was fun. AP Latin students, Ryan, Nora, Abby, Alexa, Rachel, you are all invited cordially to a picnic lunch in Central Park with me, anytime works. But I will give myself some credit for having experienced a whole lot of this school. After all, I've been here for 13 years. That's about 2,080 days of school, or 14,560 hours in class. I'm proud to say that I think our grade is special, and I'm not just saying that. When faced with the choice to leave Columbia in the 8th grade for everything that New York's top campus schools have to offer, I decided to stay. Why? Because of these guys, and my 2-block commute to school. The 2009 class has it all, but we're only at our best when we're unified, when we work together, cooperate, and collaborate. All of us are forced to do this every day, Alexis, Steve, and Jesse have to work together to make their instructive math video. Annika and Catherine team up to produce a newspaper. Tara and Jillian feed off each other's ideas to run a basketball team. And I am forced to deal with Max Godnick on a day-to-day basis to lead student government. Our entire grade has collaborated to create the loudest cheering section in the ISAL, produce the best shows the theater department has ever seen, and prank the school with the approval of the administration. Something else that I was not there for. This kind of collaboration is essential. It allows us to consider others' points of view in order to produce the most successful movie, newspaper, basketball team, or student government possible. Unfortunately, this collaboration is something that we do not always see in our world today. Politics is perhaps the greatest illustration of this failing. And perhaps congressional gerrymandering is the leading example in politics. And yes, now is the time for all the APUS students to tell the people next to them that gerrymandering is. Gerrymandering is used to draw the borders of congressional districts to incorporate an overwhelming majority of like-minded voters. The controlling party is virtually guaranteed re-election year after year. The incentive for a congressman to compromise and cooperate on issues like abortion rights, stem cell research, or environmental matters is virtually eliminated because he or she doesn't have to satisfy voters with opposing views. Even my environmental hero, Al Gore, seems a bit close to collaboration. He never acknowledges scientists who oppose his global warming views. Trust me, I'm still on his side. But by bypassing the opinions of so many others, he leaves questions unanswered, such as, could global warming create warmer climates and thus more vegetation? Doesn't every student of Mr. Alexander know that vegetation absorbs the atmosphere's increasing amount of carbon dioxide and produces more oxygen? Wouldn't that be a good thing? What about certain pollutants that actually have a cooling effect on the atmosphere? Don't they counteract global warming? By not acknowledging these points of view, Al Gore and others like him give the impression of having something to hide. Failure to explore other points of view makes one's own argument less persuasive. As I address my classmates for the last time, I would like to part with words of wisdom and read a quote by the esteemed Ernestine Ulmer that everyone already knows. Life is uncertain, eat dessert first. For the next 4 years of our lives, dessert will sometimes be a frat party, followed by an all-nighter to finish a paper, and other times we'll be going home on vacation so that we can all hang out together instead of taking a summer term course. For Seth Bronstein, we'll become an engineer. The concept of dessert will be different for each of us, but no matter what your dessert is, go for it with gusto. But don't make your dessert highly legal, because that is simply a mistake. Let's practice now. If you look under your seats, and this is for today's graduates only, each of you will find a Tootsie Pop. I'm not joking. Here we are, faced with an opportunity to eat dessert first. Of course, you don't want to be sucking on a lollipop in your high school graduation photos. But I encourage you to finish it before dinner. Make sure that you love whatever you do in life so much that it feels like you're eating dessert first. It's a key to success. Success requires brutally hard work, whether you're a professional athlete, a teacher, or, God forbid, an investment banker. You'll never work hard enough to become successful unless you love what you do. Before I ramble toward an ending so corny that it leaves the taste of actual corn in your mouth, I would like to address a topic among the most cliched when it comes to graduation speeches: thanking our parents. This speech is becoming so long, I might even zone out, but I'm the one giving the speech. But when I look back at my 13 years at Columbia Prep, what amazes me the most and makes me the proudest is recognizing the blood, the sweat, and the tears that my parents put into getting me on stage today. Our parents are amazing. They do everything for us. Despite the fact that high school accounts for the only 4 years of our lives, we are rude, hormone-controlled jerks half of the time. So to summarize, collaborate, eat dessert first, wear sunscreen, and thank your parents.